Mother of Earth's destruction, Lady of Elements, Creator of Chaos. These are only a few names given to this powerful creature during her rule over mankind. She is a powerful ruler, both feared and loved on Earth, with her strength to control all the elements: earth, fire, water, and air. As revenge on the humans, she unleashes devastation and chaos. Earthquakes, thunderstorms, volcanic eruptions are only a few natural disasters she creates due to her everlasting rage.
Welcome back everyone to my channel, and here is my Mother Nature inspired look for the first challenge of the NYX Face Awards New Zealand. Firstly, I block my brows. First step, I pick up a water soluble glue stick and apply hard pressure to each eyebrow. Then using a clean spoolie, I brush the glue through the brows. Then using a hairdryer, dry the glue on the brows and then press translucent powder on top to set the glue. I then pick up an orange concealer and press a generous amount onto each eyebrow to counteract the darkness. Then I apply more translucent powder. Repeat this entire process again, adding another layer of glue, powder and concealer. When you're happy that your brows are covered to the best of your ability, take a heavy coverage foundation and apply it onto brows. As a final step, I pick up my NYX Professional Makeup No Filter Finishing Powder in Honey Beige and apply it over the foundation. Up next, I prep my skin with primer and take my NYX Professional Makeup Total Control Drop Foundation in Beige and apply it all over my face and neck. This foundation has such amazing coverage and it feels so light on my skin. As you see here, you don't need a lot of foundation as it goes so far. Continue blending the foundation until you're happy with the coverage, and then to set the eyebrows again, I picked up the same no filter powder and applied it over my brows. Now it's time to contour my face. I grab my NYX Professional Makeup Cream Highlight and Contour Palette and scrape the highlight color onto my hand to warm up. Then using a foundation brush, I apply it under my eyes, tops of cheekbones, nose bridge and forehead. Then out of the same contour palette, I scrape out the dark color, put it on my hand to warm up, and then I apply it to the hollows of my cheekbones, nose and hairline. Then with the flat foundation brush, blend the two colors together. To enhance the high points of my face, I take my NYX Professional Makeup Wonder Stick and apply it generously. Then I blend it all again. To set my entire face, I pick up my NYX Professional Makeup Stay Matte But Not Flat Powder Foundation in Nude Diaphane, and using the sponge that it comes with, I pressed it everywhere, especially under my eyes. Now it's time for my eyeballs. Taking the NYX Professional Makeup Eyeshadow Base, I apply it all over as a primer. Then I pick up the gorgeous Beauty School Dropout palette from NYX Professional Makeup and pick up a dark grey eyeshadow using a fluffy brush and apply it all over the crease. Then to add to the crease, I pick up the Over the Taupe single eyeshadow and apply it generously. To finish off my eyes, I pick up my favourite black eyeshadow of all time, the NYX Professional Makeup Primal Colours eyeshadow in Hot Black, and apply it to my entire eyelid. Then I bring it down to my lash line as well. I've jumped the gun a little bit But here I've started the painting on my chest that will showcase the 4 elements that this character will control. What I've done here is draw out some flowy shapes with green, red, blue and brown to showcase earth, fire, water and wind. I then picked up the same hot black Primal Colours eyeshadow single and applied it around the outline of my chest prosthetic and through my flowy designs to add more contrast. I noticed when applying the black eyeshadow it kind of went over my body paint, so I picked up the same body paints in the green, red, blue and brown tones and went over the colours again just to make it pop. Now it's back to the eyes. I pick up a red eyeshadow and apply it to the lash line and drag it out like a cat eye. For this eye look, I really wanted to make my eyes stand out and make them look as fierce as possible. I then picked up a clean fluffy brush and used that to blend out the red eyeshadow. To add more drama and to make my eyes look more fierce, I then brought the red eyeshadow into the inners of my corners and brought it down my nose and contoured my nose with that colour as well. Using the same fluffy brush, I blended the colours nice and softly. Next, I pick up my NYX Professional Makeup That's the Point liquid eyeliner and form a huge wing. Now it's time to outline my design on my face, so I grab my NYX Professional Makeup Jumbo Eyeliner in Milk and start mapping out my cracked earth effect. It doesn't have to be perfect, just a guideline. I then grabbed a thin brush and picked up some white body paint and continued outlining. Then with the brown cream paint, I filled in the cracks. To darken the cracks and to make it more realistic, I picked up the same hot black Primal Colours eyeshadow and applied it to each corner and each little crack. Looking at my face, I decided I wanted to contour my jawline, so I picked up a blush brush and applied a Merlot pinkish shadow down my neck. My absolute favourite technique ever, I pick up my splatter brush and start splattering colours all over my body. I start with green body paint where my green design is already placed, then the red, then I also put white body paint on the upper half of my arms, then black body paint to the lower half of my arms. This technique is so quick and so easy and so effective. Onto my arm designs, I pick up a fine brush and start drawing on lightning designs using a bluish teal cream paint. Looking at a reference photo of lightning and thunderstorms definitely helped me with the thickness of each line and how lightning usually looks. Then I went over to my other arm and did the exact same, bringing the design only halfway down.
Begin.
Using an even thinner brush, I applied pure white body paint over the designs to make the colour pop. My idea here is to create realistic lightning bolts that eventually lead down to volcanic rock. A tip to make these lines as fine as possible is to apply not a lot of pressure and to use a brush that has quite a long bristle. Next up, I start outlining the volcanic rock with red body paint, forming random shapes, large and small. There is no real rule to this, just make it as organic as possible. Variation of sizes, the better. I then filled in the red outlines with black body paint. I jump over to my other arm and do the exact same. To enhance the design and to make it look like actual volcanic rock, I apply yellow body paint over the top of the red body paint. It doesn't matter if the yellow details are thick or thin, just make it as natural as possible. I quickly apply prosthetic to the back of my prosthetic so it can dry. Now I jump back to my painting on my chest and I decide to paint black lines coming out from each colour. I then jump over to my neck again and apply a bit more shadow. Then using the same Primal Colours hot black shadow, I line my jawline using a fluffy brush just to add a bit more contrast. To add more beauty to this look, I applied gold metallic paint drips down my left eye and neck. I love this technique as it's so simple but so striking. I picked up my chest prosthetic and popped it onto my chest. I made this prosthetic using NSP clay and ran it with crystal resin. This is my character's. I applied a few more black lines just to finish up the look, and then I picked up my NYX Professional Makeup Shimmer Down Pigment Eyeshadow in gold and applied it to the chest prosthetic and under my eyes. Picking up the NYX Professional Makeup Contour Intuitive Palette in Jewel Queen, I take that amazing white highlight colour and apply it onto my paint designs, as well as the high points of my face. To complete the face, I wanted to create earth texture, so I combined acrylic medium, body paint, flour and water, pretty much equal parts, combined it in a cup and pressed it onto my face. Then I dried it with the hair dryer. I crinkled up my face a bit so the texture could come out quite wrinkly and cracked. Then when the texture was dried, I went in with dark brown cream paint. Now onto my lips, I took the NYX Professional Makeup metallic eyeliner in gunmetal and lined my entire lips with it. Then with the same Shimmer Down eyeshadow pigment, I pressed it onto the middle of my lips. To darken the edges of my lips, I used the Jumbo Eyeliner Pencil in Black Bean from NYX Professional Makeup. To add some shine to my lips, I applied a little bit of the Cosmic Metals lip gloss in that grey tone to the middle of my lips. Last but not least, I applied my very thick eyelashes. Now it's time to pop on my wig. I apply my wig cap, then I pop on my wig, making sure that I clip it nicely in place. When my wig was nice and comfy, I applied a little bit of prosthetic to the edges near my ears, then I waited for that to dry. Added a little bit of bronzer to the tops of my hair just to blend in that hairline a bit better. I popped on my headpiece and then I separated strands of my hair to cover the base. And here it is, my Mother Nature inspired look for the top 30 challenge for the NYX Face Awards New Zealand.